it will refer to one single product at one time. Okay, you cannot click both, one to one. Okay, so we need again, here what you need to do is
Ni
you need
dekat yang
to
last doktor ni, coding
add
doktor.
the
Kalau kita login, lepas tu memang dia patutnya ada
ID,
kan produk tu semua dalam tu kan.
okay, so you need to add the user ID and modify the URL here. Okay, here we add the
Yang
user
Yumi
ID,
jadi.
and then second you
Yang
need
ni
to
dia
modify here.
coding.
Okay, this is your
Okey,
URL, and then you need to use a user favorite and then pass the user ID from the parameter here, and then attach with the authentication token. Okay, and then once you define this, how to retrieve a user ID. So to retrieve a user ID, we need to have a method, get user ID. Okay, so we need to retrieve the user ID. So to retrieve the user ID, where go to the authentication here. So this is provided that we get the token, the value of the token. Okay, so here also how the token will be generated by the Firebase. It will based on the profile or the user ID when we log in through this our apps. Okay, so in this part we need to introduce a method get user ID, so that later we can retrieve this user ID in this particular product provider. Okay, clear? Class clear? So far okay, you can follow. Okay, and then after that, once we add this particular, okay, we try to find where we use a toggle favorite status. Okay, so in this let me just check in this part, where is my widget? Okay, this. Okay, in this product underscore item, this is a part or the logic that we implement or we build in order to display a list of products that available in the apps with the cards and also the favorite icon. Okay, here since for these favorites we activate based on the listener on press. Okay, so we need to toggle favorite status. This is an existing code, but you need to add this parameter. One is a token and another one is a user ID. Okay. Okay, clear so far, okay? Class? Okay, once this part once this part is completed, and then go back here to check how you want to pass the value of the favorite. So to pass a value, then we need to use a method put. Put, it will be override the existing. Okay, we have instead of put we have what? Can you give me other methods? We have get. What else? What method we have? Plus. You see, so far we use what?
This. I don't know.
Get, to retrieve get, to perform a data entry post. Okay. Okay, this is to update. Okay, they use patch. Okay, for this one, this is also actually is to update, right? But Why they use put? Why? Why is not pass? Because for method pass, you will updating, but you will update a certain uh, part of the attribute instead of updating all. If you want to update all, so since like the favorite only have one attribute, favorite, that own the value for boolean, only one single. So we use a put, okay, and then we pass this with the JSON format, and then you see the method also, the format also is different. We don't have a curly bracket because we passing as a single value, okay, or single variable. Okay, clear, okay. So once you have here, what you can conclude here, so now favorites is no longer part of a product. It becoming a new records that store in the user favorite table. Okay, so as to check for the product, so we go here. Previously we use here. When we add also is favorite, but now is favorite is no longer become a data and as a part of a table. Table what? Table products. The favorite now they have their own table, so called as a user favorite. Okay, so that's why we need to disable this. Okay, so once we disable or we remove it from a product, and then next, let's say if we want to retrieve a list of products, so we need to retrieve the value uh, for his favorite. His favorite means that we still referring on the boolean true or false through a method called as a fetch and set product in this part. Okay, we still need to retrieve based on the filtering by his favorite. Okay, so as a result here, you need to have two. You need to perform a query for two. One is for a information related to the products, and one is to find the actual value for the user favorite. Okay, so for these two, we add this as an additional URL here. URL. So here we retrieve a user favorite based on the user ID. Okay, so that's why in here this constructor, right? Here we introduce a user ID, so you need to add the user ID as an additional parameter to a product constructor. Okay, so once you put or add the parameter to the product, so next we also need to do a modification in the main dot. So main dot, our main program here in our proxy. Okay, here I pass 3 because here product, so I need to pass here token, user ID, and also the a list that represented a previous product. Okay, so 3 parameters because you already modify the product constructor to accept 3 parameters. So this one also you also need to do a changes. Okay, so far okay, understand. Class? I don't know whether you understand or not. So far okay. How about the rest? How about the others? Are you okay? Are you following me? Okay, okay, thank you. Give a feedback. Okay, this is roughly the implementation. Okay, and then we check again what else that we need to do a modification. Okay, this part. This part also we need to disable to avoid the unnecessary error. This part. Okay. Okay, this is roughly how the code is being implemented for a fabric. Okay. So I already demo to you, right? And then I don't know whether I already give this code to all of you previous in the last week class, or I have not given the code to you for this part for task 11. Class? No, right? Task 11. Okay, I think I give to you, right?
Rasanya dah bagi, doktor.
And then have you implemented? Okay, try.
Dah, doktor.
Okay, try to show me. Maybe one student to volunteer. Try to log in, and then try to play around with the favorites. After that, try to at the same time try to check from your Firebase whether the value is reflected what you have been changes at your emulator. Try it. Try now.
Serana. Serana. Run. Run. Ano? Run na sunod din. Tahu.
Okay, hold on. Those who are managed to do it, can you share? Okay, tak apa. It's okay. I just wait. In the meantime, I try to proceed with the next code.
Doktor boleh nampak ke skrin saya?
Nampak tapi dia kecil sikit, tak apa, it's okay. Firebase ada? Okay. Okay, boleh lah, I think scan.
Oh my god. Oh, jadi. Sekejap.
Okay, try go just select one product. Okay. Okay, it's reflected. Change back again. Okay. Okay, it's running well. Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope the other student also manage to get this similar output. Okay. Okay, next we need to the next task or 12 we need to perform how to attach a product to the user ID, and also to filter a product based on the user ID or the creator. Okay, so for this part I need to guide you step by step, because you need to do some configuration, certain configuration in your Firebase. Okay, hold on. Let me just put this one first. Okay, let me just sharing this part. Okay, you see my source code. See my Visual Studio, right? Okay. Okay, for task 12, attaching products. How to attach a product to the user? Means that once you this is scenario. Once the user create the order, so this order will be registered not only the information related to the product, but also the user ID. And then if the user want to filter what the current order that he or she placed previously, so the apps will only display all the order that related to this particular guys or ID. Okay, so to assign the product to a specific user. Okay, so as you know, the rule is we need to store the user ID. So similar with the web application, once you log into your web application, so you need to capture and store the ID. Okay, so in order to include the user, so again go to the products, product.dart. Okay, and then go and find this part, add product. Okay, so inside this method, so you need to add this part, create ID, creator ID. Okay, So in your previous code, I think you don't we disable this, right? Because we handle the is favorite separately. So now we need to have a creator ID. Okay. Okay, clear class? Okay, let me just try to run. Okay, hold on. I want to share to you with my emulator at the right hand side. Let me just decrease slightly my Visual Studio. Where is my emulator? Okay. Okay, you can see right here. Okay, let me just try to enter. Video 4. I don't know my password. Hold on, let me check my Firebase. Wait, I open my Firebase, because I want to see my authentication. Okay, I saw there is one identifier login into my my Flutter S56608. Please change your URL later.
Sorry, doctor, this is me. I changed it. Sorry. Yes,
You need to change. Otherwise, I will get the notification.
sorry, that's a mistake yesterday.
It's okay. 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 This is mine.
Sama macam
Hello.
tentang masuk.
Okay. Because I need to check with you. Okay. I try to log in. Hopefully can. Let me just check. Okay, so far okay. I don't get any error. So far okay here. Okay. Let's say I want to put a new one. Manage product. I want to put a new record.
Masuk tak?
See.
Wow. Option.
Okay. Okay, URL. Wait, I need to open my the picture.
Kena tukar benda. You ni tunggu jadi musik.
I just get my current picture.
Tekan mana? Mana? Lepas tu tekan shop.
Okay, IT books.
Manage.
Okay, I manage to create IT books. This is a new one.
Your product tu tak dok pun.
Okay, so now I want
Tak
you
dok.
to show you in my Firebase. So you see my Firebase?
Yes, doktor.
Okay, let me go to my real time database. Okay, see the products. Okay. Okay, you can see my product. This is the one that I created just now. You see Java Enterprise Solution. This and then you can see it created with the creator ID. Okay, if we create with your creator ID. Okay, so what I need you to do can you run your emulator now? All of you run your emulator, and then you try to perform your sign up using a second email. Is it possible? Now, you have your second email or dummy email because we want to show a different scenario later. Class?
Boleh, doktor.
Do it now. Try to refresh or restart your apps and then go to your, don't log in just sign up with the additional secondary email, okay, or second email, whatever you call it, a dummy email. Okay, once you complete, and then after that you go to your Firebase and then double click authentication. I want to you to check whether you will have second email here registered 9 January. Once you created today now. Okay, try to do it now. Once you complete, please let me know.
Email betul kalau email kita reka tak boleh? Email tu kena email betul ke kalau email
Those
reka
who
tak boleh?
already have second email, then straightforward you can do it. But those who don't have, you need to create a dummy email. So maybe it takes time.
Ini guna email UMT. Dah doktor suruh WhatsApp
I think you can use your second email as your UMT email also possible. It's okay.
Hai. Boleh kot.
Okay, those completed. Please let me know because I want to proceed.
Done, doktor.
Okay, done Okay, once you check with your authentication there is a second email registered in your authentication. This part, authentication. Okay.
Ada, doktor.
Okay, good and then check your real-time database. Check your real-time database. I want to know your structure here. Just get for one product. No, I think this is the different. This is not mine. This is not mine, I think. This is Ala, I think, order.
No, doctor, not me.
Not me.
No, only the user.
Oh, okay. No. This is my old data because I don't have it, the ID.
Yeah.
This is with my ID. Okay. This is, I just retain my original data. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Once you created, so I want to check. my product. So all product I have a creator ID here. Yeah. Okay. What you need to do? In your you see my screen now. Okay. Before we do to proceed further, you have a list of product now, right? But your product you don't have a creator ID, right? Currently you have description, image URL is favorite, price and title. Am I right?
Betul doktor, tak ada kereta ID.
Okay, so now you need to, I think better you manually change here. Otherwise you need to delete all your product and then you need to key in one by one. So it takes time. Okay. So what you need to do, try to insert here. Sorry. Okay, here. So you try to expand one and then click add child here. Okay, click. Or
Dah klik doktor.
I think hold on. Let me just hold on. Let me just stop sharing here because I don't want to do modification because I already do it for all my records. So maybe Siti Nadra, can you share you and I got you and other student try to follow. I think it should be clear, more clear. Okay. You share first. Okay, here. Okay, you click okay, hold on. I cancel first. First, you need to copy paste your go to authentication first. Go to your authentication. Okay, you choose one. Which user ID you want to use? Okay, for example, the first one. Not that one. That one identifier. User UID. Okay. Copy all. Copy full. Okay. Copy. Okay, and then go to your real-time database. Okay, and then okay, go to here, point your cursor. Okay, plus. Okay, in the name, I think other students also, please pay attention. Here you type creator ID, creator I capital, I capital must be capital. ID, okay, and then really paste. Okay, add. I think
dekat mana-mana je ke boleh ni?
Okay, now you have this one. Okay, and then you have 3 products, right? Okay, make another product also the same. Repeat the same process for. Okay, paste. Okay, go back to your authentication and then copy the second ID for the second email. Because we want to demo the different letter. Okay. Go to the last product. Okay. Okay, plus. Okay, creator I capital D. Okay, paste.
Semua.
Okay, add. Okay, done. So I want the other student also try to complete this process. If you have 5 products, it's okay. Don't do all. You maybe can do 3 or 4 is enough. Later after that, you have a time, then you can proceed. Okay. And then okay, this done. Okay, can you stop sharing, Siti Nadra? Thank you very much. Okay, how to filter the user ID? So again, let me just share my Visual Studio. Where is my screen? Sorry. I want to share second screen. Okay, go to your products. Okay, go to your products and then check again. Here I think we have done it. To retrieve, okay, add. Okay, add not yet. We have not adding the ID. Later we add also in add. We just go here. Where is the fetch method? Okay, fetch method, because I want to show you one example. To retrieve, then it will based on the ID. Okay, make sure this filter string. Okay, filter string here. You can see this is my product. I want to test only this part to perform a retrieve. So here you need to modify your URL. Actually it's a long, so I try to separate it. I just bind with the token, authentication token, and then here I pass as a filtering string. Filtering string actually is an additional string because it's too long, so I try to make it shorter. Okay, so I introduce a variable filtering string, and then this part equal to filter by user. Filter by user. Okay, and then you put here mark order by. So later we will put this rule in our Firebase. I will guide you. Order by equal to, this is our creator ID. That's why Siti Nada, I mentioned just now, this must be capital I. Very sensitive. You put small I, then you can't get it. You must be matching. And then ampersand with the equal to equal user ID. Okay, so this is a syntax. Okay, order by, and then make sure this part must be done very careful. If you missing one, and then you will get the error. Okay, so this is I put the condition. If the filter by, if there is a user ID, and then you will use this string. If there is no user ID, okay, mean based on this boolean, okay, false, and then it will default as a I put as a blank string. Okay, this is the implementation. Later, don't worry, I will give you the code. Okay, so the next part is you need to understand the sequence, the procedure first. Okay, just now we manually do a modification. We adding what? Creator ID in our existing product. Okay, so after that we go to the product, and then we need to construct this part to modify so that it will cater apart from the authentication token, but we need to filter by the user, and this is a syntax. Okay, and then bind with the user ID. Okay, so the next part is very important. So you need to optimize the query because this we use order by. This is something like RDBMS, right? You use an index, right? When you perform a query to make a query faster, right? You need to index your key or your field, your attribute. Okay, so like for example, let's say in your table you have a primary key, so it's okay. Primary key by default is being in indexing. Yes, so no need to worry. Okay, next, go back to the Firebase. Let me put in my second. Okay. Okay, clear the URL just now. Okay, now to optimize the query. To optimize the query. Okay, go to your real-time database now. Try to follow me. Okay, real-time database, and then go to the rules. Hey, class, if you can't follow me, please let me know. If you feel my effort is very fast, please. Okay, you see my rule here. class. I don't know whether
Yes. Yes, doktor, boleh.
okay, then you can see you need to add here. You need to add here. You need to click edit rule. Okay, you add here products. Products. Please follow the syntax. And then you put index on. Okay, this is a syntax for Firebase. You have a symbol dot index on colon, and then put here bracket creator ID. I also is a capital. And then please make sure check your curly bracket. Start your pair of the curly bracket must be equal, matching.
Doktor, boleh doktor besarkan sikit?
Besarkan dia. Sekejap Macam ni saya nak besarkan lagi.
CTRL plus tak apa kot, doktor. Besarkan Chrome.
This is not Chrome. I'm using Brave. I'm using Brave Firebase. Wait, tak apa, let me put macam ni. Saya cuba buat dalam notepad sekejap Try to increase in notepad. Tapi you follow the
Doctor, try control and scroll.
Try?
Control and scroll, mouse scroll.
Control and mouse scroll
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Okay, no need to me to put in the notepad. Okay, clear?
Clear that.
Okay, cepat buat. I think we can, this is 12 sorry. This is 12. We have another, I don't think we can finish today. So maybe we proceed tomorrow in lab. So tomorrow in lab, I will guide you. We don't have formal lab tomorrow, because I want to finish this. Once you complete, then you click the publish button. Those who complete this, please message or please inform me, because I want to know. At least majority of the students can complete, then we can proceed to the next step. Please check very carefully your syntax and everything including, okay, good Chan, including the indentation. Indentation is not important, but try to make it that I presented to you in this browser. Okay, good. Yes, click publish button. Those who finish already finalized the checking, and then you feel everything's okay, then click publish button. Just add the product, portion of product. Don't override your existing if possible. Okay, good, Farhan. How about the rest? Nurin Nadia, Nurin Sabrina, Nazmi, Syahira, Yin, are you okay? Teh Binhan, Salini. Amir Iman. Jangan please let me know because we are I'm our time it's running up. Okay, can I proceed or I need to wait?
Boleh proceed, Doktor.
Okay, let me just control. I want to make it okay. 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 Try to restart your Visual Studio now, and then log in based on your ID, specific ID, and then check the output. Check the output now.
Doktor belum bagi lagi apa files products tu.
Oh, ya ke? Sekejap. No. I think
Sebab bila saya run dia retrieve semua je. Dia tak apa ikut.
retrieve semua. Have you changed your product ID?
Dah.
Huh?
Dah, Doktor. Product ID dah tukar.
Product ID dah tukar juga. Sekejap. Yang tadi sekejap. No, I don't think you need to have a code. Hold on, let me just try to check. Let me just log in first, then I will show to you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I think that's true. Okay, you log in, you still retrieve the same,
Yes, Doktor. Still same.
Sama dengan saya. Okay, this is my products. This is the one that the last one just now I entered. Java Enterprise. Java Enterprise what solution? Okay. Okay. You can see. Okay, to view a list of the product. Based on the ID. Okay. You need to add this part. Hold on. Please check product. you need to add a drawer. Let me just put here. Okay, try to get this code first, and then let me explain first. I think it's better for me to explain first to you. Get this part. Let me hold on. Wait. I will share the code to you and then try to do a testing first. Wait. Because I just afraid that I did not copy a part of the code. But you can try first. Because let me just see a code first. Okay. 12. Okay, in the meantime, I want to see the code first.
Doktor nak ambil dia cukup mas. Betul-betul cukup ke nak ambil lambat tu
Okay, you try
Doktor
first.
nak ambil lambat kok ke ni? Nak pergi toilet tu.
User product. I need to check from my user product screen. Oh, okay. I think I made a mistake here. Let me need to check here.
Can relate.
Put here as a true because we want to filter by user ID. This. Hold on. Have you test or you get an error?
Tak ada error doktor, cuma dia still retrieve semua. Dia tak ikut.
Retrieve kan?
Dia retrieve semua.
So sekejap
Okay dah. Tapi bila saya try
try to just now I make I change something in this part user product screen here part user product screen and then find this put as a true because you want to filter by ID. Put this boolean as a true. Try to put a true and then to check whether it's filter or not. In this part, let me just share to you. Okay, in the user product screen, you see the code. See here.
There's so many people.
Search and set a product. We put as a true. In the user product screen. So let me just check the, because we put here by default we put as a false. Okay, so now I want to filter by I want to explicitly false to be based on the user ID. Try to put here. And then I think there is another part that I need to work out to add something in the drawer. Let me check my emulator. In the first page all. What's the product? Okay. I think one more part that missing. Still in the user product screen. Okay, hold on.
Apa doktor senyap Rare, jadi tak payah buat lagi lah yang 12 lah.
Okay, still sama kan? Last. Okay, last let me demo first. Cepat Load let me just share to you. Hopefully this work lah. Okay, hopefully this work. Are you still around?
Yes.
Last or you already left?
Yes, doktor. Ada lagi, doktor.
Bang, sekejap je. I try to troubleshoot also. Okay, tak apa. This one first time it will display all Okay, this one. Okay. Work. Okay, work This one you can see the different so feel something. I need to add something actually. Okay, this part this is first time you log in first time you log in, this is the general screen for to show all the products okay. You cannot show based on the ID because this is first time, so maybe you want to add something, right? You want to add a card or not. Okay, let's say for this user, what we call it, I'm logged in as a mnoflutter@gmail.com. So what I need to see, I manage a product. So manage a product, and then it will filter all the products that only created by mnoflutter. mnoflutter gmail.com. Okay, let me just put my before I end this class. You see my browser? Nampak tak?
Yes.
Nampak, doktor.
My browser dengan emulator. Browser ni.
Nampak.
Okay
It's slightly kecil.
This is my data. I want to check my ID first. Okay, authentication. Okay, 4Q 4Q. Okay, so 4Q. I think your database is different. Okay, this is not this is not the product. Okay, for Q, you can see IT book this part Angular fundamental, this part so just click here through Angular. Okay, because this is created by MNO Flutter for Q, and then what else the product? Currently I have 4, so this is not MacBook. No, there is no listing on the MacBook. If you can see my emulator so this is created by Muhammad Noor, gmail.com. Okay, this is also no Nike Polo, no. Okay, this is also not Nike casual this is shoes. Okay, this is bicycle. Okay, true created by MNO Flutter for Q also. You know, what about the last record? Same created by MNO Flutter because the creator ID for Q. So this is Java Enterprise. This IT book is the last one that I entered just now is Java Enterprise. So mean this true because it's filter based on the user ID. Okay. Okay, let me just explain lagi apa yang what we need to add Okay, in this part we need to check here so we need to force here refresh for this method so we need to make sure that based on the user ID, so we need to put boolean as a true. Okay, and then another thing that I need to explain to you is this part okay, this part I just now I use a feature builder. Okay, previously we only have this one refresh indicator. Okay, so this part basically is used to check the connection state, and then based on this method, okay, try to retrieve the product, and then based on the boolean true. Based on the boolean true mean it will cater based on the creator ID. Okay, so add this. And then for this part, I make a changes here. You can see currently we are relying on this products that are provided by using a provider. Okay, so but for this part, because I want to retrieve a list of a product based on the creator ID or user ID, so I don't want to rebuild the whole widget here. What I need to rebuild is based on this part based on this condition. If we check first if the connection state is waiting, okay, then if we proceed here. So otherwise, it will go and call a refresh indicator widget. So in this part, I need only to rebuild this portion. Only to rebuild this portion. In order to rebuild this portion, so I need to use a consumer. We have to use a provider. We can have two options. Either you invoke issue a provider command or consumer. Okay, but if you want to rebuild a certain part of your widget, so you can use a consumer. If you use here, if I don't use here, I use a product directly, and then everything will be rebuilt. So this is not a very best practices. Because why? Because there is a possibility when you make any rebuild, and then this state might be potential to be changed. Okay, and once it's changed, and then your existing transaction that you query based on the user ID cannot be implemented properly. Okay, so that's why I need to build only this part only to build rebuild this portion only, so I use a consumable. Okay, okay, try to I give you already the source code, right? Okay, try to use this the new one. This is the one that I modified. Hold on, I just pass the. Let me just save. Okay. Hold on, let me just put this part first. Document. Okay, try to use the latest. Sorry, this is not this one. Okay, I think I'm testing the wrong part. Okay. Okay, I give you already the attachment. Okay, go to twice and then you do a modification. A modification for of course product. I think you already changed the code for the product, and then now focus on the user product screen and also the product overview screen. Let's check product overview screen. Okay, try to copy.
Doktor.
Yes.
User product screen rasanya macam sama je dia punya code. Doktor
User product screen.
Saya tengok dia tak berubah pun. Dia punya kod rasa macam lain daripada yang doktor tunjuk tadi.
Which one?
Dekat yang latest latest notepad yang doktor bagi tu. Saya tengok dia sama macam yang sebelum ni.
Oh, mean that I did not copy my modification yet. Hold on. No, I think I do a modification, but I did not copy in my notepad. Hold on. User product screen, right? Am I right?
Yes, doctor. User product screen.
Let me check the code in the notepad. I think the modification that I made just now, I did not put, copy and paste in this notepad. Let me try to check the code first. 1 minute. Oh yes, true. Yes, true. The part that I make a changes to a drawer, I did not put it because they still use the existing code. Sorry. Okay. Let me just try to copy again. Okay, try to use the latest one. I will delete the previous one.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, lapar dah. has been delivered.
Okay, class, can you make it this part? In the meantime, I want to share the code and then I want to show you something. Okay, you see my code. This is where is my emulator? Have you seen my emulator? A class? No.
No, doctor.
No, Okay, sorry. Wait, I say it again. Just to okay, this part first time when we log in shop okay, shop it will display all. So when you log in, it will default to this default screen. This default screen is we call it from the product overview screen. Okay, product overview screen. So you can see here. I put here you see this by default they will put as a false. That's why I don't put true here, because for the first time whatever you log in with any user ID, you need to display all the list of the product. That's why I don't put as a true. Okay, but for this user product screen, then you can see a different here, because I put as a boolean true, because now at this particular screen I want to filter by the user ID, but product overview screen it will display regardless what user ID you use, because this is a default page. Okay, understand? Okay, try to copy my code and then try to test and let me know the result, whether you still have a problem or not.
Sorry.
I think for this time, I think hopefully you can get the result, because the one that I make changes at the drawer. Apps drawer, right?
Dapat doktor, macam doktor.
Okay, how about okay, Siti Nada, okay, good. The rest, okay. Don't put a pressure on yourself, You can try it slowly. I think as long as you make sure that you transform the code that I give to you, the last file, the latest file. Sorry, please ignore the first two files that I sent to you. Others? Farhan?
Dengaran doktor.
Okay. Farhan, next time tak payah you run sekali je, lepas tu tak payah stop your debugging. You can just click button the icon green restart. So tak perlu no need to stop your debugging. Nanti dia akan lama, takes time. Okay. Jinjin, you okay okay, you got okay. Okay, Fatin, Fazila, Osha, Salini.
Ini dah sebut nama Syazah ini.
Are you managed to get it or not?
Syazah.
I think I need most I want you. Okay, tengah copy Osha, tak apa, take your time. I don't know, Shalini, please give your feedback. Okay, you managed to follow or not? Copy the three file from the notepad that I give to you, the latest one Okay, great. Taza, how about you? You managed to get the output? Okay. Okay, line kurang okay. Tapi you, apart from Siti Nadra, who else managed to get the filtering process? So far baru seorang saja. Ala, Tika, Elias. Okay. This is for task 12. Actually, we have 3 or 4 more tasks to complete this topic, and then I will slowly guide you in the lab tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow lab we will use to proceed with this 3 or 4 tasks before we go to the another part if we have a time okay, because I need to cover with connecting to a native device. Not all, but I need to show you the part, the important part or the common part. Maybe to use if we have a time. No, I don't think we have. So if not, let me just try to check whether maybe we cover a bit on the animation part. How to embed or to add some certain animation in the ads. Increase the usability of the interface. Okay, thank you, Asha. Okay, running well. Okay. Hey, Binhan, are you okay? Are you managed to get the output? Yumi? Because once I get once I get feedback then maybe we can have. Dapat tak? Yumi, you get the filtering process. You log in. Okay, so you log in, then you go to the drawer, manage the order. So manage the order, you check the list of the product. This list of product is basically belong to which login. Then you can compare, you can open your Firebase, then check the ID. Okay, so I think okay for all of you for today. Okay, so please before you left, you please record your attendance. Okay, so tomorrow we meet on lab session, and then we try to cover this. I think maybe less than 2 hours if possible. Half an 1 hour plus. You should finish the task for tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Any question before we end this session? Last question from the class. Any question? You have anything you want to share or you want to ask me?
Doktor.
Yes.
Saya nak tanya.
Okay.
Yang pasal intern tu.
Okay.
Yang dekat MH Nexus tu, kalau antara 5 orang tu, kalau ada yang tolak, dia akan ambil orang lain tak yang daripada interview tu?
I don't know. Saya tak tahu I don't know about the procedure because MS Nexus does not tell me lah whether dia akan ambil dari situ ke tak. So maybe dia tak ambil, so they maybe looking for other student from other university. Sebab dia pun MNSS also still working on the other university to bring the student.
Faham.
Macam itulah. Sebab like and then one more thing for those who are involved in, I think okay, Yin ada software engineering student, if you want to left, you can left now. Okay, it's okay. Sorry. Chan okay. If you want to, okay, thank you. Okay, welcome. If you want to left, it's okay. Chan, Yin Tay, it's okay. Sorry. Because okay for this, actually for this two 12-month internship, this is not like a normal internship, 6-month internship that used by the software engineering, your classmate, your colleague from software engineering course and informatic maritime course, because that one student have a flexibility to approach and to choose the company. But for this 12 months, because this is under the program of 2U2I. 2U2I mean 2 years in university, 2 years in industry. But ours is not 2U2I. Ours is I think it's what? We are 3.5. So we are 2.5U and 1I. Okay. So when this program is endorsed under 2U2I, for the internship, we need to have a formal collaboration with the company. So in other words, when we have the formal engagement and collaboration, we need to sign the agreement with the company, with this company. So it's not like a normal. So I just hello, and then the company say, okay, you can send the student. No, we need to have a agreement, and then the UMT and this company need to follow the terms and the condition. Because to UTI, both party must play a very important role and responsibility, because you are being offered 4 subjects, 4 courses at the industry later. With 1 courses we carry about 8 credit, bigger it's a very big I think use credit for 1 courses. That's why we need to ensure that this, not we the KPT Ministry of Higher Education, they need to ensure that this particular internship will be running very formally and then with a very systematic way. That's why we need to have the agreement. And for your information, for this particular program, we need to sign UMT need to sign the memorandum of understanding MOU with the company, and this MOU will be valid for 2 years. Okay, after 2 years, I think for your batch, this is first batch, and then your senior after this, and after that we will still have a open discussion. If the company say they still satisfied, want to continue, and then we will renew the MOU. Otherwise, if say okay, we are not interested, we don't have, we already have enough resources, we no more needed the student for internship, then we don't proceed with the MOU anymore. Okay, that's why this is they have a formal engagement. That's why for me, if you get this, my advice, if possible, try to accept it. If you try to I mean to wait the others, I just afraid at the last you are very difficult to get the company. Because we cannot just simply enter the company ABC or company AYZ. No, because we have formal engagement. So mean that it's not like me or my team member also might be have a visiting the student, maybe twice in, or maybe 1 in the semester. It depends on the condition. That's why I think it's better to I don't know if based on you, if you get it, I think it's a very good opportunity. not to look into the payment for the time being. I think it's more to a knowledge first. Because I believe, especially in MS nurses, I think they are very seriously to find the very good or very capable developer. So I think if those, I think 5 of you, if you can perform, I cannot say 100%, but I'm very confident that they will retain you. They will absorb you as a staff. I don't know, it's contract or permanent, I don't know. That one I don't know. But of course, if you perform, then they will retain you. This is based on the simple logic. Why they want to do or conduct any interview? Because they already know you. 12 months you work there, you work and you working under the supervision there with their staff, with their very experienced staff, and then they know your style. 12 months, right? They can see you. They will know your attitude, your work, how you manage your pressure, how you are problem solving, and then from that they will say that okay, this from 5, maybe 2 or maybe 3, they will absorb as a permanent staff. So this is an opportunity for me, because it's currently is very difficult. So if we are to demand, because at the first place, first we need to complete the 4 courses that offer at the industry. Second place, we try to get as much as knowledge at the industry. This is very difficult to get. In university, you cannot get it. You can't get it. If you want to learn front end, I think no, sorry, you can't get in the university. Because you still learning I think the method that is considered already quite long time and almost obsolete. For me, I can teach you, but I can't afford to teach all the subject. That's why I can make a suggestion to the faculty to change everything, web everything, because otherwise I'm the only one we do it. So I don't have enough time. Okay. So when you in the industry, this is a better opportunity, a better place to learn a new and advanced the latest, the recent technology that you have not, well, maybe get in the university. You cannot get, so maybe you want to learn on the maybe Xamarin. Of course, this one you are, I think, quite lucky because I'm teaching you the Flutter. Actually, at the beginning of the course, I want to teach you the React Native actually, but last minute I changed to the Flutter because I think Flutter got a very good prospect. And in fact, it's a Google. Google now they are still expand. They try to enhance their technology. That's why I decided to have a Flutter in this batch. So maybe in the next, in your junior, maybe I don't know if I teach this, maybe I will switch to React Native or maybe Xamarin, because I want to make sure that every student get various type of framework, not only one single framework. Okay, like you know Flutter, then it should be enough. Then after this, you have a time, you try to explore the React Native, or maybe don't explore the React Native first. Go for Xamarin, because Xamarin is very easy. It's a company use Xamarin. Okay? I've not glanced through detail for Xamarin, but I can see easy than Flutter. But don't forget, don't forget the Flutter. But actually, it's a bonus for you to get this courses. If you go outside, you need to pay, I think, 5, 6, 7,000 just for attending a training. I think 1 or 2 weeks only, not like 14 weeks like I teach you. Okay, so okay, boleh clear tak? That's why I think you try to think first whether you want to accept or not lah. But for me, if me personally lah, I will accept lah. I will accept in terms of to get the knowledge. But I think MS Nexus is a very good. I don't know in the interview if the person told you they have a very big project. No. Those have an opportunity with the MS Nexus interview session. If the guy tell you they have a project, no. Class? They have, I think they have 4 or 5 main project in 2022. And I think they might slowly attach you to this part of the project. No, I think not all 5 students with one project. Maybe one project we attach to one single project. They have, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 a very big project that related to Ministry of Health, if I'm not mistaken. More to health solution. And they are very focusing on the now all the solution related to COVID-19. So I think it's a best opportunity to get it to get the experience So try to get the knowledge first. Don't think about the other factor. Maybe you want to think also, but try to see first. Other company they give you a different scope of project or work. Okay, but for MNS Nexus, I think they be straightforward, deploy you to a real project with their software developer.
Cakap apa Syah,
Maybe
aku
work
maybe
is
nak
slightly
cyber
pressure,
sebab
but
cyber ni
I
kan
believe that you
kemungkinan
can
untuk
gain more.
diserap tu
I will
tinggi.
say that you can gain a lot of new knowledge there.
Lepas tu walaupun dia
And new knowledge that
mahal
is not
tapi
you can
tahu
get
lagi
it from the
terlalu
textbook. Okay,
duduk
so boleh
siang
clear
besok
my
kan.
explanation. Okay, so in the meantime, I still working on few other companies software development, and the latest one not yet I still approaching the Intel, but not yet. I need to set the date to do a presentation to the Intel, if Intel willing to accept or want to hear my presentation. So once I have a presentation, and I will go for further discussion to get this thing done. Okay, so we already have with Telecom Malaysia. What else? Petronas, but I don't get any feedback from these two companies. So I assume they are not really interested. Okay, so we focus on the other company for the time being. Okay, but who know, right? Later maybe TM or maybe Petronas come willing want to join, then we will try to consider and proceed. Okay, class, almost 1 o'clock. Okay, anything?
That's normal.
But Shaza, maybe you need to make a decision lah. Nanti I also don't know how to explain to the Puan Ellie nanti. I also feel headache kalau you rejected kan. Okay.
Dengar Teteh?
Ya, apa dia? Saya tak dengar.
Teteh dengar?
Dengar.
Kiranya once kita dah accept, kalau kata contohlah Intel ada cari student tu, kira kita tak dapat accept dah lah yang Intel kan?
Tak boleh lah, agak sama je.
Tak, saya tanya doktor, saya tanya.
I think every single company is I think the same, except the way the software development maybe different scope. Macam itu is more to like immigration, right? Solution, government. Like MS Nexus is more to health solution. And siapa yang minat and COVID punya data semua memang I think in Malaysia semua this company yang buat. For your information, this is I think the big company that attach to Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia. Memang they have a very huge project Okay, and then other company also the same. Dia pun buat software. They just a matter for you how to the student you as a student when you go there please treat yourself as a staff juga, even though you are student. try to work and try to follow their culture, the way they work. Yes, upgrade MySejahtera. Memang dia banyak projek kesihatan. This is the big player yang dapat projek COVID semua in Malaysia. Dia ada company, saya tak boleh bagi tahu lagi, tapi ada few company, I think it's a good company also, well established lah. Not well established lah, maksudnya rekod bagus lah. Banyak projek. And then I foresee they can give you a very good exposure and the knowledge. What you need to do is you go sana, treat yourself as their staff. You work and then try to gain the knowledge. Try to learn as much as possible. Okay, and then once you get the knowledge, you know the trick, then lepas tu once you graduated, if you don't like the company, then you can go and maybe try to find the other companies. Okay? For certain company, maybe they want to absorb. This is the opportunity to get the staff. To get the staff. To get the staff rather than they don't know, because now they already know you because you attest 12 months, so they know you very much better. Your technical skill, what a lot lah. Your behavior, everything lah. Your communication, how you meet their staff. So it gives them a very what we call it, fruitful opportunity to make a selection. Okay, so I think that's it from me. So thank you very much. Okay, for those who are not yet on the interview, don't worry. We're still working. There is, I think, quite a number of company. Hopefully you also can get. Because one you selected, and then I will remove the name from a list. Okay, from the profiling. Okay, thank you very much, and then we meet tomorrow.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.